Today we're back at Disneyland again, and we're doing cleanup today. That stuff we missed from last adventure. We're gonna do Indiana Jones next.
Is it on? Yeah. Okay, fine.
Hello, oh my friends. The break is making You seek the future. I will lift the curtain of time. It is your destiny. That wasn't big fun.
So I was Indiana Jones, and different experience this time. I think either the rides are getting tired, or maybe time travel is a slower experience. I don't know. So, let's see.
That's organic.
They're somewhere in this bar. It's around the corner. Here, take it. So we were just in the Star Wars land, and one thing I noted is we're all speaking English, but yet we're written in a foreign language. And it's like, well, how is it we're able to speak English, but everything's in a foreign language? And that's the question that I have for people out there, anybody who watches my YouTubes, is how is it we're able to speak English, but yet we're in a foreign language? So now we're in Fantasyland. Now we're going to do Casey Jr., one of my all-time favorite rides when I was 6 years old. It's still one of my all-time favorite rides besides Pirates. So it's kind of a treat for me because I love this ride. And but yeah, if anyone's out there, just why is it that we speak English but we have a foreign language? So we're in Casey Jr., one of my all-time favorites as a kid. Still one of my all-time favorites. And it's a diesel train, unlike the other train. Like I said, I'm doing cleanup today, so here we go on Casey Jr.
Coming down the track. we say to the animals, that's the end of the...
Well, anyway, so that was Casey Jr. And who doesn't like that ride? And you know, I think that's it's a cute little ride. And it's one of Walt's, Walt love trains. So now we're gonna head over to storybook boats. And but as offhand Disney said, it's like one of the I give credit to them. It's like kind of like one of the people movers of Fantasyland, because it's a nice relaxing ride, and you get a nice little tour of Fantasyland a little bit. It's amazing, folks. This is a Wednesday afternoon, and it's jam-packed with people on a Wednesday afternoon here. Sorry if you hear the crumbling of my water bottle.
The whale we go. Hello and welcome to our journey to Storybook Land. My name is Jordan and I will be your captain and storyteller here aboard Alice. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat at all times. And parents, please supervise your children. But more importantly, children, please supervise your parents. I know our friend Monster the Whale seems a bit menacing, but the only scary thing about him are his cavities. So it seems he's swallowing us just as he swallowed Pinocchio. He's actually transporting us to a magical place called Storybook Land. And of course our story begins with Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time there was a big bad wolf who lived in a big bad cave like the one coming up on our left. He was always after the three little pigs, but thankfully they live across the way in these three houses. One made of straw, one made of sticks, and one made of guaranteed wolf-proof bricks. And our story takes a strange turn, for just around the corner we have the quaint English village home to Alice, where one golden afternoon she followed the white rabbit down the rabbit hole, where she fell down, down, down into Wonderland, where things just got curiouser and curiouser. But if that's not your cup of tea, on our right we have London Park, over which Peter Pan flew with the darling children with the help of Tinkerbell's magic pixie dust when they went off to Neverland, where they'd never ever grow up. And straight ahead we have the magical city of Agrabah, where a street rat named Aladdin met Princess Jasmine in the marketplace and he stole her heart. Today they live happily ever after together in the Sultan's palace. These twinkling archways above are the same archways that Aladdin and Jasmine flew over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride to a whole new world. And approaching just ahead we have the Cave of Wonders, where Aladdin traveled to retrieve the genie's lamp. The genie granted Aladdin 3 magic wishes. Let's all make a wish at the lamp. Our friend Snow White wished for a safe place after she fled the evil queen. And thanks to the 7 dwarfs here on our right, they provided her with just that. And on our left we have the Blue Roof Chateau, home to Cinderella, where she lived with her evil stepmother and stepsisters. Cinderella's wish was to attend the ball, and with the help of her fairy godmother, her wish was granted. So she didn't make it back home before midnight, which is why her carriage turned back into a pumpkin, and it's stuck right there on that bridge. flowers and plants to our left are inspired by the 1933 Silly Symphony cartoon Lullaby Land. These were planted with the help of Tinkerbell's magic pixie dust so that they'd never grow up. Magic like this is just part of what made this place a favorite of master storyteller Walt Disney and what continues to inspire new stories today. And just up ahead we have Toad Hall, where Mr. Toad resides. So as I get a closer look, it doesn't seem like he's home, folks, for he's off on a wild ride on his motor car, going nowhere in particular. And just beyond that, we have the Kingdom of Arendelle, home to Princess Anna and Queen Elsa. One night, Queen Elsa fled her castle and made her own ice palace in the mountaintops, but Princess Anna never let her go. And coming around on our right, we have the Alpine Village, home to Geppetto and his wooden boy Pinocchio. Geppetto's wish was for Pinocchio to become a real boy, and after being swallowed by Monster the Whale and some help from the Blue Fairy, his wish was granted. Coming up on our right, we have Prince Eric's castle, where he lives with Princess Ariel, as she is now a part of our world. The Princess Ariel story actually began under the sea, here to our left in the city of Atlantica. As our story comes to an end, I remind you to please keep those hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat. And as we approach the dock, please remain seated until my count of 3, where we will all stand up together so that no one goes under the sea with Ursula.
Please remain seated and...
So we're trying Alice in Wonderland. I've never been on this ride, so let's see what this ride's all about. So we're trying Alice in Wonderland. I've never been on this ride, so let's see what this ride's all about.
When Adventures in Wonderland began, we followed the white rabbit down the meadow. All of a sudden, I fell. Down, down, down.
Oh, looking for the white rabbit? Wow. See for yourself.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, wait, please.
He went this way. No, that way. All right, hello, goodbye.
This would be a curious place to find a rabbit.
Something. I'm not sure where I am.
Hey, don't get me.
By the way, he went this way.
That's the white roses by mistake.
And the queen, she likes them red. If she saw white instead, she'd raise a fuss and eat the rest.
Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of Life and the King.
Shall we play croquet?
Rule 42. The Queen always wins.
With their head. Goodness.
Alice in Wonderland, and they recreated. But again, I think this is a newer ride. And so that was Alice in Wonderland. Now I have another question for folks that are watching. Is Alice in Wonderland an LSD trip?
You sleep till after 2. It's great to be celebrity and actors like for me. I'm Billy
For me, you are making lots of money.
Over here, not Pleasure Island. We made it!
Modernized it.
Open the place now with Snow White.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
Never mind.
I went too fast. They modernized this ride.
With this disguise, I'll fool them all.
Apple. So now we are walking toward a restaurant in downtown Disney. And I've never been to downtown Disney before. And so we're exploring downtown Disney. And maybe we'll take the monorail back. So, and they're already ready for Halloween, as you can see, even though it's August.
Sorry.
Okay. But yeah, we're heading to our restaurant. And
It seems like completely impractical.
it's one, so as you saw, we did the cleanup of 1955 rides. And they modernized Snow White, putting animatronics where wooden things used to be. And yeah, so this is downtown Disney. Here, for Mom. Oh, don't, here, hold that. Zoom in on that. That's for Mom.
How do you zoom?
This is the zoom. We are now on the monorail. Now, Walt Disney installed in 1958. Vice President Nixon cut the ribbon in the monorail. The monorail is a single track. Anything you want to add? Say hi, you're on camera.
Hello.
Yeah. We're on a Mark 8 car. They update the monorails here in California, unlike in Florida. I don't know if I can see anything. You have the window seat. It's open.
To those of you who have just joined us, welcome aboard the Dinsyland monorail. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Por favor, se ruega no fumar. Gracias.
We're now en route to our final stop, the Tomorrowland monorail station. Along the way, you can get a bird's-eye look at the downtown Disney district, Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa, and Disney California Adventure. To the left of the monorail is the main entrance of Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. Disneyland is truly an American original. Since its opening in 1955, it has hosted hundreds of millions of guests from around the world, including presidents, kings, and celebrities. It is the original Disney theme park, created and enjoyed by Walt Disney himself. To the right is our transportation plaza, where you'll find taxis, hotel shuttles, and public transit stops. We're about to enter Disneyland. Some of the clearances are pretty tight up ahead, so be sure to remain seated, keeping your hands and arms inside the cabin.
Correction, this is Mark 7.
This is Tomorrowland, a land inspired by science fact and fantasy. Below us is the submarine lagoon, where you can dive into a fantastical underwater adventure aboard the Finding Nemo submarine voyage. Across the way are the icy peaks of Matterhorn Mountain, home of the world's most famous bobsled run. And beneath us is the Autopia, where drivers of all ages can travel the road to tomorrow. As we cruise over Tomorrowland, our pilot would like to share a few program reminders.
Welcome aboard Monorail Orange. My name is Erin, your pilot in the Highway in the Sky. Just a few reminders that the Dinsyland Park does close at midnight, so does the monorail system. It closes at midnight as well. Once again, we close with the park. I'm going to honk 2 times. Those 2 honks is we're only 2 minutes away from the Tomorrowland station where we must disembark because this is our final stop, and this will be the final stop for about an hour due to the fact that we do close down during the fireworks show. Once again, we will be closing down from 8:40 to about 9:45 p.m. Once again, we do close for about an hour due to the fireworks. So again, this will be our final stop. Hope you guys have a great day here at the Dinsyland
On to the 9 o'clock show. That's what's going on with Dinsyland?
To the right of the monorail, you just might spot the sparkling gold spires of one of Disney's most beloved attractions. It's a small world. And now we're riding alongside the happiest kingdom of them all, Fantasyland, home to Pinocchio, Snow White, Peter Pan, and other storybook characters.
How about the
Electric light parade. I walk back to that.
it's already running?
We're now approaching the Tomorrowland monorail station, our final destination. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop. Then collect your belongings, watch your head, and step carefully from the train. On behalf of all of our crew, thanks for traveling with us. And we hope you'll have a happy and memorable visit here at Disneyland. This is the Tomorrowland.
Case say to the animals, that's the end of the